Namaste, welcome everyone. So I'll give you a couple of moments to organize yourself, prepare yourself for your practice, have available what you need. So we're going to be connecting with, I'm looking outside the window, I don't know why, because the moon's not out yet, the sky is so cloudy. It's a full harvest moon tomorrow, Thursday, at 10 o'clock tomorrow night in the UK. And so we're going to do our Chandra Namaskar practice, the moon sequence, the lunar flow. And so it's always really useful to have your blocks or bricks. The equivalent could be a low footstool, a chair, some large books, or be near a wall so you can actually rest your hand on the wall. So use whatever you have available to bring the earth up to you. We're going to do Skandasana, so that's when we come low and we move across the mat. And again, for that, you might want to sit on a low stool or something that raises the earth up towards you. And if you need blankets to cushion your knees, folded blanket or cushion to raise your seat, please have those available. Let's ground down into our sit bones. Connect with the earth, the physical self, connecting with the earth below. Let's squeeze the pelvis area, so just squeeze in the middle of your pelvis. Draw your navel back towards the spine so that you feel your ribs knitting towards the center, the midline. Lengthen through your sternum. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then slide them down and away. Lengthen through your neck. Lift your crown up towards the sky. For your hands, we're going to connect with the Agni Mudra, the element of fire. The Aries, symbol of Aries, the astrological sign of Aries is connected to the element of fire. So let's bring the tip of the middle finger to touch the tip of the thumb. This is variation. Agni Mudra, you have two variations. We'll work with this variation first. And connect with the breath. Always inviting the breath to flow naturally, to flow harmoniously. Observing how the breath is moving through your body. And visualize in your mind's eye the fullness of the moon above, the support of the earth below, and the breath from your crown down to your root, from above to below. Visualize the breath moving up and down as the channel between the sky and the earth, as the path from the moon to the earth. This harvest moon that comes so soon after the autumn equinox. The fiery energy of this moon to help drive us through this period of change, to maintain a sense of dynamic energy in this period, to maintain a sense of purposeful direction, helping to encourage us to be bold, courageous as we move through tumultuous change. The mantra for our practice today is Om Som Somaye Namaha, which invokes the luminosity, the brilliance, the brightness of the moon. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Begin to expand your breath as it travels from the sky above to the earth below through you. And as the breath passes through you, allow the breath to fill your heart space, your anahat, your manipur here at the navel, in which the element of fire is seated. The Swadhisthana, connected to the lunar energy. Muladhara, connected to the earth energy. Air, fire, water, earth. One more full breath here. And let's bring our hands together in Namaskar to open our time by chanting Om 3 times. Inhale fully to prepare. Om. 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 Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste. And welcome, yogis. So our practice today is going to be moving the full length of our mats from side to side. So our Surya Namaskar practice, which is usually what our practice is built around, the forward-backward movement along our mat. We will move sideways along our mat. And you'll notice that sometimes we introduce this more yin and lunar energy into our yoga practice to balance the yang or hatha dynamic energy that our hatha practice normally connects with. So times of the new moon and the full moon help us to bring our body into harmony with the stillness. So let's start by bringing the soles of our feet together in butterfly Baddha. Taking hold of your ankles or your feet. Lengthen through your crown so that your heart space is open. Relax your shoulders down and away and draw your knees down towards the earth. So imagine here that you are creating the fullness of space here. And perhaps you turn your feet open like the pages of a book so that the little toe side of your foot is together and the big side toe of the book is opening like leaves of a book. This time of the full moon in Aries is a time to step into your power, to step into your sense of self, the powerfulness, the inner power that you have and hold. So really feel connected here so that the energy is drawing your knees down towards the earth. You can feel this intensity in your hip flexors as you open, attempting to open the soles of the feet. One more here. And now let's soften through the hips and bring the knees together. And when they're here together, let's windshield wipe our knees one way, then the other, but we're going to drop them all the way down towards the earth. So let's inhale and lengthen through the crown, the heart. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Open your heart Lift your chin, lift your gaze. Draw your shoulder blades together. Your hands are positioned on the mat behind you. One breath here. Just a gentle twist to start with. Inhale to center, exhale over to the right. And again, keeping your knees together. Gentle twist at the abdomen here, at the Manipur chakra that connects to the element of fire, the heart space, which connects to the element of air, is open to the sky. Gaze is lifted. Shoulder blades are drawing together. One more breath here. Breathing into your lower abdomen. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. Reach forward with your hands. We're moving directly into Nokasana, boat pose here. So your options for your hands can be lifted and parallel here. Coming onto your toes and lifting one leg. And then the others, you can do it as alternate. Or you can lift both legs and you might fall like me. Engage your core. You can keep your hands at the back of your thighs. So hands reaching forward, spiral your fingertips. Lift your heart space, lift your gaze. Nokasana. Lift your toes. One more here. Lower your heels. Turn your hands over to the left. As if you're holding the sphere of the full moon here. Keep your toes engaged of your feet. So again, a gentle twist at the abdomen here. So we're working through the core here, connecting with Muladhara, with Swadhisthana and Manipur chakras. Connecting with the earth, which will help keep us grounded during this period of change. Inhale to center, and then exhale over to the right. We're working through these lower chakras. The Muladhara to keep us connected to the earth. The Swadhisthana to connect us to the energy of the moon. So here at the Swadhisthana, it's a circle with a crescent moon lying within, this full moon with a crescent moon lying within. And the Manipur, just above the navel. So squeeze the navel towards the spine here. Inhale, center, hug it in to ease the abdomen. Perhaps you bring your eyebrows center down to rest on your knees for a moment. One more breath. Uncurl your spine. Let's come back to center. Now we're going to bring our legs into our shoelace pose. So let's cross the left leg over the right and shuffle your foot over. So you can have this half shoelace pose with your right leg extended and left leg above the right knee. Or you can bring that right ankle up towards your hips as well so that you have, let me shuffle myself around so that you can see me, so that you have both of your feet alongside you. You'll be in either full variation or half variation here. We won't be here for very long. So I'll demonstrate with half shoelace pose. So our knees are stacked as much as we can. So there can be a big gap here, there might be a small gap. Lengthen through your spine. Take a moment here. Then placing your left hand on the earth, reach up towards the sky with the right hand, bringing your hand into your Agni Mudra. As you exhale, go over to the left. Perhaps you gaze underneath your armpit up towards the sky. Moving with the harmony of nature, the cycles of the moon in our practice, helps us to connect with our inner journey, with the journey in nature. Inhale through center. Let's bring the right hand to the earth. Reach up with the left hand, bringing your hands into Agni Mudra. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Bring your hands down to the earth. Let's change legs. So extend the left leg and cross the right knee on top of the left. And again, you can be in full variation or half variation of the shoelace pose, whichever one feels most sustainable for you. And again, let's place our right hand on the earth. Inhale, reach up with the left arm. Exhale over to the right. So as we shift into autumn, this season of change heralds a time for turbulence of emotional highs and lows. Inhale back to center. Reach up with the right hand again. Bring your thumb and middle finger to touch in Agni Mudra. Exhale over to the left. So this season can bring highs and lows of emotion. We can feel blown off course. We can feel overwhelmed by the change, or we can feel overwhelmed by the energy that's around us, either from nature or from other people. Back to center. Let's uncross the right leg from the left. Bend your knees and windshield wiper one way and then the other way. And then back to center. Let's swing the legs around and come up onto all fours here. Cat, cow, 3 cycles here, Majriyasana, Bitli-asana. So start the movement at the tailbone and allow the wave to pass through your spine. Drawing your navel in, tucking your chin. Inhaling to lift your gaze, dip your lower back and lift your tailbone. And as you exhale, rounding through your tailbone, rounding through your back, tucking your chin. Inhaling to lift the gaze and shine the heart. Exhaling to round. Back to neutral spine. Let's step forward with the right foot. Coming into low lunge here. Create a diagonal on that lower leg. Take a moment here and then inhale, lift your hands to the sky, interlace your fingers, release your index and cross your thumbs, left over right, crescent here, Anjaneyasana, lift your gaze. One breath here. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Let's take our sit bones back, reach long through our right leg and lift the toes up towards the sky. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhaling to reach your crown towards your feet. Rounding over this right leg, hands can be directly on the earth or on blocks. Soften here through your neck and shoulders, one breath here. Exhaling, let's roll through the right foot. And reach up. One more time, interlacing your thumbs, pointing your index, this time cross your thumbs in the other direction. Anjaneyasana. Lifting your gaze. Exhaling down to the earth. Let's rotate our heart to the side of the mat. Flip that left lower leg to the back so that you have your right leg in the right angle. The left leg is behind you. position yourself here so you kind of look like the letter H. Turning that right knee towards the middle toe. So you're opening here in the hip flexors. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment here. One full breath here. Bring your right forearm onto your right knee. Let's reach up and over with the left hand. If you wish, you can bring your fingertips to the earth. So pad that left knee if it feels sore. Keep this right forearm on the right leg, thigh. Wherever you are, one more breath here. Turn your gaze down. Let's bring the left hand to the earth. Turn that left leg back and inhale, right hand to the sky. An easy twist here. Gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Let's step back with the right leg. Shake your hips from left to right here. And make big circles with your hips one way and then the other. Oh, you can hear my bottomies go there. And then let's practice this on the other side, left side. So moving into a full moon practice, let's step forward with that left foot. Create a diagonal in that right knee, that right thigh. And when you're balanced and connected here, let's inhale, hands to sky, coming into your Kali Mudra. Index extended, thumbs crossed. And remember which way you cross the thumb. So this first time, you normally just cross it naturally. You'll probably cross your dominant thumb first. Anjaneyasana. With the Aries sign in this full moon, it is the sign of the self, the expression of the self. So that's why this element of fire connects us to the sign of Aries. As we know, Tejas, Agni in yogic philosophy is a sign, the element associated with change, with transformation, with transmutation, with power, with confidence, inner confidence, a secure sense of self-esteem and identity. One more breath here. Exhale, hands to the earth. I haven't forgotten that you're there, don't worry. And then let's take our sit bones back, straightening through that left leg. Hands can be on the earth or on a block. And let's point those left toes up towards the sky. And then reach with your crown towards your feet, folding over this left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. So whenever there's a period of change, we tend to get caught up in the change, get flustered and overwhelmed by change. By connecting to our inner power, connecting to our identity, our sense of self, we can retain our vision and focus on our own hopes and dreams and ambitions and aspirations. Full moon is a time for illumination, of showing us, lighting up what we need to see. One more breath here. Let's roll through that left foot and rise one more time in Anjaneyasana. This time let's cross the thumb in the other direction so it feels weird. So connect with this sense of self. Who are you? What is your purpose? What is it that you are working towards? What is the truthful expression of yourself in these times of change? One more breath in Anjani Asana, and then let's bring the hands to the earth. And this is where we do the little turn and twist. So turn over to the side and flip the right foot behind you so that you come into this H shape here. And the right foot is behind you. Turn that left knee over towards the middle toes. I'll turn around so you can see me of these. Hands at your heart. Let's bring the left forearm and reach up and over with the right hand. You can bring the left hand to the earth or onto a block. Keep gazing up or have your gaze neutral to the horizon. This is a time for you to express your own autonomy, your sovereignty, your independence. We enter into a Mercury retrograde. And the planet Chiron, the wounded healer, is closely connected with this period. Both communication and healing are key themes for yourself. Inhale, center. Let's bring the hands down to the earth. Turn to face the left foot. And then step back with that left knee. And again, shake out your hips from side to side. Perhaps circle your hips. And then tucking your toes. Pressing into your hands, lift your knees and hover here for a moment. And then reach back with your tailbone, maintaining a deep bend in your knees. Head comes between your arms. And then I invite you to walk your feet, to pedal here, sway your hips. I am. Connect with I am. Your sense of identity, your sense of personal power. One more breath here. And then let's walk to the top of our mat so that you're in a forward fold here. Relax your neck, crown and shoulders. Lifting your tailbone. Perhaps you take hold of opposite elbows. Perhaps you take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Allow your abdomen to rest on your thighs. So bring a bend to your knees. If you have your fingers, peace fingers wrapped around your big toes, open out your elbows to the side to create a diamond shape. One more breath here, releasing your toes or elbows and unfurl your spine one vertebrae at a time to come to standing. Coming into Tadasana, mountain. Turn to face, quarter turn. Now I'm on the right hand side of my mat. Here's the left over of me. So hopefully you are on the right side of your mat so that you have the space along the left. I can't work out what it might look like from your perspective. Standing in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. We're going to move into our sequence here. There are 2 full moons this month. The first is the harvest moon. And on the 31st of October, it's the blue moon. 2 moons this season. Let's reach up towards the sky. Interlace all your fingers. Extend your index, cross your thumbs. Kali Mudra. If this feels too intense, you can always rest your hands on top of your crown, yogi's choice. Connect through the feet and the earth. Feel balanced here. Exhale over to the left. Chandrasana, moon pose. Maintain a connection, particularly with the right foot in the earth. This full moon is calling you to action, to step into your power, to move with change confidently by staying connected to your own self-expression, your self-truth. Inhale to center, exhale over to the right. Keep reaching through your index finger. Or if your hands are on your head, open your elbows so you create lots of space. One full breath. Inhale to center. Bring your hands to your heart and step across your mat. Open out in Tadasana, star pose. And here I invite you to bring your thumb and middle fingertips to touch in your Agni Mudra. Take a moment here. Bend into your knees, turn your toes out. Bend into your elbows, goddess pose, Devyasana. Feel the heat. So unlike our usual moon practice, saying in your Devyasana, because we're working with Aries, the element of fire, the sign of fire, we will be beginning to feel warm in our body. So there's an element of yang to this traditionally yin practice. One more breath here. Inhale to straighten through your legs. Turn your left toes to point towards the top of your mat. Hinge over to the left as far as you can go. We're going to move into Trikonasana. So if you need a block here or a low footstool to rest your left hand on, bring your left hand to the earth. Right arm can be reaching up to the sky or resting on your right hip. So with 2 full moons in this month, they bookend this month, enlightening us. So we have an opportunity now to connect with our own sense of identity and purpose. And then we have the moon, the full month in which to act, to respond to the call for action. One more breath here. Exhale, bending into your left knee slightly. Bring your right hand to the earth and step forward with that right foot ever so slightly so you come into pyramid. My right foot is at a 45-degree angle. My left foot is pointing forward. Now your fingertips can be on the earth or you can rest them on low footstool or on your blocks, large books, whatever you have available. And if you have nothing available, you can always rest your hands on your left leg. Soften here for the moment. Allow your crown to relax. Shoulders to soften, reaching down towards the earth with your crown. Inhale, halfway lift. So again, you might have your fingertips on the earth. Crown reaching forward now, tailbone reaching back. So imagine that you're creating a shelf here with your back. One more breath. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bend into your left knee slightly and rise up to standing. Now this is where you have the option of maintaining your gaze on the horizon or lifting your gaze up towards the sky, drawing your shoulder blades together, lengthening through your sternum, coming into reverse pyramid. Check how it feels for the back of your neck. One breath more. Let's take our hands behind our back. Either take hold of opposite elbows or bring the palms of your hand together in prayer, namaskar, like so. And again, your gaze can be parallel to the horizon or lifting up towards the sky. Exhaling, bending softly into your knee. Let's hinge forward halfway. Maintaining a hold on your lower arms or elbows or your reverse prayer hands. One more breath. Release your hands with care. Bend into the left knee here. Turn onto the ball of your right foot. Place your block on the earth in front of you or your fingertips a little slightly ahead, and then hop to lift that right leg up. Left hand can stay on the earth, right hand can come onto the hip. Flex into your right foot. Your left hand can be on a block, on a low chair, your sofa, the wall. Right arm can reach up with your Agni Mudra, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. One full breath here. Bend into your left knee. Let's lower the right foot to the earth. Coming into low lunge, adjust your left foot as you need. Keep the right knee on or off the earth, yogi's choice. We're going to move directly into dragon pose. So bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Shuffle that left foot to the outside edge of your mat. So your variation of dragon, knee on or off the earth. You can be on your hands, on a low footstool with your hands, or you can come onto your forearms. Yogi's choice. So there's many variations in this pose and combinations. One more breath in dragon. Lift the right knee and begin to rotate your heart. You can bring the sole of your right foot here. Now this is your variation for Skandasana. So your Skandasana can stay quite high. Bend into that left knee and have your hands on the earth. Or your Skandasana can be your sit bone comes to the heel of your left foot. Right leg's extended for everyone. If you're low with your sit bones, lift your toes to the sky. You also have the option here of sitting on blocks. In which case, if you're sitting on blocks or a low footstool, place the left foot on the earth and extend that right leg. So you will be directly connected with the earth on blocks. You will have your sit bone on the heel of your left foot, or you'll be in a crouch. So many blocks. So that your heart is parallel to the earth. So everybody's feeling an extension along the inside of that right leg. If you wish, you can bring your hands to your heart. One more breath here. We're going to walk our hands along the length of our mat. So whichever variation you're in, let's prepare to walk our hands and bend into our right knee as we come over to the right side of the mat. And again, you will either come directly onto your right heel with your sit bone, left leg extended, toes pointed up. You will be crouched over on the right, like so. And you can be as high as you want here or as low as you want, or you'll be sitting on your blocks. And again, we can all rest here for a moment in this pose. I'm not suggesting this pose is restful. I'm suggesting we stay in it for a moment. If you wish to bring your hands to your heart, bring your hands to your heart. One more full breath here. Bringing your hands to the earth, we're going to rotate over onto our right side. So our right foot is ahead. Let's have our left knee lifted. We're on the ball of the left foot. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot and shuffle the right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Coming into dragon on this side. And again, come into your variation, knee on or off the mat. Hands on the earth, on blocks or cushions or low footstool. Forearms on low cushions, footstool, or directly on the earth. Yogi's choice, come into your variation, low or high flying dragon. I am. Connect with what your inner journey is and how you're going to travel that path in this coming month of change, transition, having a dynamic energy with which to move forward, to stay committed to your own identity, your values, your purpose. One more breath here. Let's come up onto our hands and then shuffle our right foot back towards the middle. We're going to move into pyramid, half moon pose actually, Ardha Chandrasana. So have your block available slightly ahead of your right foot. And then hop gently into that left foot and lift the left foot behind you. So you're balancing on your right leg here. When you feel like you're balanced with your hands on the earth or on your block or your low footstool, that left hand can come to the left hip or reach up towards the sky. Ardha Chandrasana. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Let's bring that left foot to the earth at a 45-degree angle, straighten through your right leg, moving directly into pyramid pose here. Right foot is pointing forward. Left leg is just a short distance away, not as wide as a low lunge. Left toes at a 45-degree angle. Let's soften first here. Over the right leg. And if your leg shakes, bend gently into that right knee. Hands can be on the earth, on your leg. Even take hold of opposite elbows if this helps. One more breath. Then let's inhale halfway. So now your crown is reaching forward, tailbone is reaching back. Here you might wish to place your hands on blocks to give you more space. Inhaling, bring your hands to your heart. Bending into that right knee, let's rise up to standing pyramid. So the wider your feet, the more stable your pyramid. The narrower your feet, the less stable your pyramid. Gaze to the horizon, and if you feel comfortable here, begin to lift your gaze. Draw your shoulder blades together. Draw your navel towards your spine, gentle back bend. Reaching behind, take hold of opposite arms, elbows, or bring your hands into reverse namaskar. And again, your gaze can be parallel to the horizon or up towards the sky. Thinking about how communication might be disrupted in this month. The expression of your purpose, your self-expression, the expression of your identity, the expression of your power may create conflict. And to engage with communication, both listening and expressing. One more breath here. But to know that you must stand firm in your ground. Once you have explored what is truth to you, let's release those hands. And we're going to move directly into Trikonasana. So bending into your right knee, let's bring the right fingertips to the earth and step back slightly with that left leg so that you can come into your Trikonasana. And draw your left arm across your body to reach up to the sky. Again, have it on your left hip. This right hand can be on the earth, on your leg. One more breath here. Bend into your knee. Let's rise up. Turn the right toe, star pose, Tadasana. We're going to move directly into Deviyasana. Bend into your knees. Turn your toes out. Bend into your elbows. Bring the middle finger to the thumb. Just move these out of the way. And if feelings of anger, injustice, rage rise during this month in response to conflict or challenging conversations and experiences you have by stepping into your own power, know that you can choose the battles, picking wisely those that can be achieved successfully and those that require a longer term plan. One more breath, open into Tadasana. Take a full breath here. I'm going to step over to the left now. So bring your feet together, hands together, coming into your Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, interlace all your fingers, extend your index, cross your thumbs. Exhaling over to the left. Gazing down or up, and remember you can have your hands on your head as a variation here. Inhale to center, exhale over to the right, Chandrasana. So know that in this month, you do not need validation, approval, or permission from anyone else to express yourself. The full harvest moon is a time of fullness of expression. The sign of Aries is a sign of courage, of boldness, of bravery, of stepping forward. Inhale to center, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. moving to the center of your mat, we're going to come into our balance. And our balance today is going to be Natarajasana, the Lord of the Dance. So have the wall close by if you want to use the wall for balance. So you could be facing the wall and having the wall available for your balance here. Let's shift the weight into the right leg. And begin to peel off the left foot here. And bend into that left foot and reach behind with your left hand. Taking hold of your, so here you could be balancing your hand on the right hand on the wall. Take hold of your ankle or the inside of your foot or your toes, wherever you can reach comfortably. Bend gently into that right knee here. And your toes of the right foot will be making micro adjustments. Right hand on the wall to steady yourself or at your heart. Inhaling, begin to reach your crown forward, heart down towards the earth so it comes parallel. And then begin to lift your left foot up towards the sky. And when you have your balance, reach forward with your right hand. Bring your thumb to your middle finger in your Agni Mudra. So stop where you feel comfortable. So you could be fairly upright here with your hand on the heart or hand on the wall. You can be in various places here. It will all depend on how much flexibility we have in our back, how much this right leg, how strong this right leg is. It might feel wobbly. You might need some help with balance. One more breath here. And then let's inhale back to center, releasing your foot, shaking out your right leg if you need, circling your hips if you need for your back. We're going to go the other way. So again, have the wall available if you need it for your left hand to rest on. Bending into your knees, let's peel the right heel off the earth and bring the right foot behind you. Reach for it with your right hand and take hold of it wherever feels comfortable. So it could be anywhere on that right lower leg, the ankle, anywhere on the foot, the inside of the foot, toes. And have a soft bend in that left knee. Inhaling, shine your heart forward. Reach forward with your crown. Lift the right toes up towards the sky. And then when you're ready, you can reach forward with the left arm. And if you wobble, come back down to the earth, recenter and go again. Gaze at something on the earth, just at the top of your mat that's not going to move. That will help your drishti. Natarajasana. One more here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, foot to the earth, shake it out. Take your feet wide. We're going to come through Malasana. So bending into your knees. Remember, you can come directly to the earth with your sit bones or come onto a low footstool or a low chair. Let's just, as you come here, let's just wave gently from side to side. Moving with care. Connecting with your sense of sovereignty, personal power. I am. And if you wish, bring your left palm so that it's parallel to the earth. Fold in the right hand, extend your thumb. Now this is the other variation of Agni Mudra. I am. I stand in my power. I move with dynamic energy. I express my voice without fear. One more breath here. Let's release our sit bones down to the earth. We're going to come directly to the earth in our lying down twist. Let's move through by uncurling our spine one vertebrae at a time. And then when you're on the earth, let's cross the right ankle on top of the left leg, just below the knee. I'm going to move into this open twist today, creating space. As you exhale, drop the right knee down towards the earth and then come onto the inside of your left foot, the big toe side. So that you, if you were to look down at your legs, you have a sort of a zigzag shape. So the right foot is on the left knee, just above the left knee. The right knee is intending towards the earth. It might be some way off the earth. You can always place a cushion under there or a block. The inside of your left foot, the big toe side, is resting on the earth here. A full open twist today. Gaze up towards the sky, visualizing the full harvest moon, this moon of fruition, of expression, of manifestation, of you manifesting your power, expressing your truth, expressing your identity, allowing the moon to illuminate all aspects of your character. One more breath here. Then with care and helping hands if you need, bring your legs back to center. Moving with care, slowly here. Uncross the right foot and let's bring the left foot onto the right leg, just below the knee. And on the exhale, let's release the left knee down towards the earth and simultaneously come onto the big toe side of your right foot. You create a zigzag here with your legs. Again, gaze to the sky. And you can always place a cushion or a pillow underneath the left leg if the weight of the leg is putting any pressure on your lower back. You can support that. This month, a call to action in alignment with your intentions, your purpose, your values, your ethics, your character. One more breath here in your open twist. Inhaling to center. Windshield wipe your knees one way, then the other. Softly moving here. And you are invited to rest in Shavasana and stay in Shavasana for 5 minutes after our practice. If you wish to rise now with me, roll onto one side and come to seated. Let's bring your left palm in front of your Manipur chakra, right hand folded into a fist, right thumb extended. Closing our practice by chanting Om Somsomaye Namaha 3 times, and then Om Shanti. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Som Somaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If only my dogs could be more peaceful. Thank you, yogis. Thank you so much. If you were in Shavasana, those barks would have woken you up. Forgive me, forgive the hands. Have a wonderful evening, and let's hope tomorrow the sky is clear so that we can see the full moon, so you can go moonbathing. If not, know that it's there anyway in its fullness. Thank you all.